into a 24-point win. Look, because of their defense, the way they set the tone, big game in that first half. JJ called it probably their best defense of the year at that point. Bucks tried to respond there in the third. They had a 38-point third quarter, but the Lakers set that tone early, really had a commanding lead.
Yeah, I mean, the Lakers, they passed the test with an A+ on this trip. Playing last night, coming in, back-to-back game against Milwaukee, who are at home with Giannis and a great three-point shooting team. They started from the beginning with the defensive mindset, and you could tell that they were not allowing Giannis to get to the rim that much. Didn't close out that well. I mean, Milwaukee got some open shots. They just didn't knock them down. But the Lakers were able to eliminate them from getting offensive rebounds. They pressed the perimeter players. I know they made that run in the third, but the Lakers continued to come with the defense, and they were able to get some offense going as well. So hats off to a back-to-back game. They needed this game to have a successful road trip. They got the job done on the defensive end.
Yeah, it's kudos to the coaching staff. They had a great game plan to stop Giannis, and when you have that game plan and you don't have a chance to practice, sometimes it's hard to execute. So kudos to the team too for maybe, have it done and shoot around. Well, they probably didn't have shoot around. And the meeting, and then they go out and execute, and they was able to implement that game plan. So kudos to them. And you also have to think about the way they got on the perimeter, offensive players too. They contested all threes, which is so important in this game, and then they rebounded. Because sometimes with the long threes and the way you're scrambling as a defensive team, the other team gets a lot of offensive rebounds. So they were able to secure the rebounds, get fast breaks, and more importantly, knock down shots. Because you can play great defense, but if you go down the other end, you don't shoot it very well. It doesn't it doesn't do you any good. So I really like the overall game plan, especially on the last game of the road trip, because sometimes that last game, all you think about is getting home to the wife and kids. But they played well, and I'm happy that they sustain that lead and win the game.
So much better coming back to LA too with a win under your belt, that long flight. You're now 7-2 on the road, 10-4 overall are the Lakers. Talk about securing rebounds. They also secured the game ball. This is what happened at the end of this one.
Never seen this before.
Interesting enough.
Never seen a referee get so involved in the game, the ball.
And the big thing here is Adou playing in his first game as a Laker, coming back from injury, scored his first points, and Jared Vanderbilt, Jake LaRavia, even Luka saying, we just want to give the rookie the game ball. The officials had something to say about that. A little bit of a standoff for quite some time. Coaches got involved until Giannis said, hey, give the game ball to the rook.
Give me the damn ball.
Hey, that settled that really fast when the leader of the league team says, you know what, just give him the ball, man. It's just the ball. We got $1 million of them in the back.
You know who else could have got the game ball? Luka Doncic. How about this? His 50th career 40-point game, which is his 6th with the Lakers. That ties him with Magic Johnson. Big game for 10th most in Laker history. It's his fourth 40-point game of the season alone. He had 41 tonight. 18 of 20 from the free throw line. Those 18 makes ties a career high for him.
All the great names on there. You know what I like about Luka tonight is he knew this was the last game on the road trip, and he knew that they're going to need him to, get them going. And he came out aggressive. He came out, looking for his shot early. Also finding Ayton. I don't know. Ayton must have had about 5 lobs tonight between Austin and Luka. But Luka, he wanted his team to come out and have a good start, and he got them going early, knocking down some big shots and also dissecting the defense for nice passes.
Man, to me, when you watch this game plan, it was very good. Luka was in attack mode. He was in lob mode. And I talked about that earlier. Which mode are you going to be in? Are you going to shoot a lot, pass a lot, or in the middle? He was directly in the middle. And plus, what was really good, he got to the free throw line 20 times, 18 for 20. So that means you're on the attack. Luka is one of those rare players that can draw so many fouls and get to the free throw line. So, he had a little problem shooting free throws, but tonight he knocked them down.
Not that it matters, but this game obviously featured 1 and 2 in terms of scores in the league, and Luka holds that. Continues after tonight with the 41. Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is right behind him, pours in 32. Austin Reaves, big game. Let's just go down the list in terms of contribution. He was just as good. 25, 8, and 6, plus 14. It's like as if it wasn't Luka, it was awesome.
Yeah, he's back on his saddle, back on his horse after that groin injury, and then coming back a little less than he wanted to. And then not just when he got back on track, but tonight, he was back to the Austin consistency, creating situations where he could throw that pass to Ayton and just a shot maker. So aggressive and back to the Austin Reaves that we're accustomed to. He's healthy now. I think the groin is fully healed, and so that's what we expect.
For me, I knew, we talked about who has the advantage, and I felt like the guard play for the Lakers with a bigger advantage, and tonight they showed it. Him having 25 and combined starting guards for them was at 25. So you look at, he had an advantage. I think this is very rare that he's probably taller than most guards that guard him. In this case, he was taller, he was more athletic too, which is, hey, is he our next Kobe Bryant? I'm just kidding, people. I'm just kidding. But no, he had a great opportunity to show his thing tonight and show that when you got the size advantage and the skill advantage, you take over, and that's what he did tonight.
I know we talked in the green room about how social media didn't exist during your day, but it does now, so you have to be careful and remind people you are kidding.
People. I like, if he is our next Kobe Bryant, we all gonna be happy.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
Indeed. You wanted to focus on the guard play. You wanted to focus on the bigs, and when you look at a night like DeAndre Ayton, you wanted him to be in attack mode and pose his will early. Another 20-10 game for him, along with a block and a couple of steals. Double-double.
And defensively, I thought, held his ground. I mean, he was active in the paint, altering shots. In the pathway of, Giannis several times, couldn't get to the cup all the way, but then just active on the pick and roll. The one thing I like about Ayton is he's going to be in the right spot at the right time. He doesn't set a pick and roll for the reason of just setting it. He goes to a spot where he thinks he can get the basketball, and I think tonight we saw that 4 or 5 lobs tonight. He's just an exceptional player. He's starting to really understand his teammates, understand what Luka wants out of him, what Reaves, how they played with him, and how he puts himself in position to score buckets. So I think good performance.
Yeah, I think they're understanding him too, because he's used to picking, he's used to popping, he's used to doing a little bit of everything. So that one move they showed, I think it was the second to the last clip there, where they show where he caught it at the free throw line. He looked, oh, you're a little fella. So he took it to him into the paint, threw a little jump hook, because we know how good he is at shooting the free throw line jumper. Yeah, if Miles' turn was on him, he shot the jumper. If the Greek Freak was on him, when they switched to a little guy, he just rolled to the basket and abused him, like Shaq would say, barbecue chicken. And that's what you have to do as a big. You have to turn and assess the situation. He is so good at that. I don't think we really realize that, because he looks, little guy, he goes to the rack. Big guy, he shoots a jumper, because most people in this day and age, they just sell it for the jump shot because that's the easy way out. But he's a hard worker, he's understanding the game, and more importantly, his teammates are starting to understand who he is as a player.
They're embracing one another, and that's big, as he has mentioned with each rep that he gets. The Lakers improved to 6-4 versus teams above 500, along with 2-1 on the second night of back-to-backs. Time to hear from Coach Jayden.
JJ, after those nights in, I guess, Atlanta and OKC specifically, how much does getting a game like this back kind of read as the team as a push? And I guess you described it as Laker basketball, but do you feel like this kind of restores what you were looking for?
It does. I reference a lot Hard Knock Life, Volume 2. Classic Jay-Z album. There's a song on there called A Week Ago. And one of the lines, the main line, is, it was all good just a week ago. I told the team yesterday, a week ago from yesterday, we were practicing in Atlanta. We were 7-2. We were feeling good about ourselves. And then you don't play well for 3 games a week in this league. I mean, this is the NBA. And you got to find moments to recapture what makes you a good basketball team. And I think over the last 24 hours, we've done that. I just want to say a couple things about the game overall. I want to give a lot of credit to my staff. Sometimes with these turnarounds, the prep for the players becomes difficult. We met at 40 on the clock. We got in at 3 a.m. last night, so we didn't want to overwhelm them when they were zombies at 12 p.m. So we met at 40 on the clock, and I thought, Coach Ty, Scotty, Greg, Drew Seifert, like all these guys that worked on this scout did a really good job of creating clarity for our team, and we were able to go out and execute that, and that's a credit to our guys. And the second thing is, like, Maxi Kleber has not been in the rotation all season. He's played in a couple blowouts. Knew he was going to be part of the rotation tonight. Guy scores, he makes 1 basket, but had a huge impact on the game with his physicality, his talk, and just what I would describe as what we want Lakers spirit to be. Just being a great teammate. It had, on the court, the defense, the rebounding, all the stuff that are winning basketball plays. He was a big part of that tonight.
A couple of key moments. Milwaukee makes the big run in the third, and Luka has that, I think, either 8 or 9-0 streak. Yeah. And then Austin has the 3 threes when Luka's sitting. Did you see that as kind of stabilizing?
We knew they were going to make a run. They didn't shoot the ball well in the first half. A few of the threes were threes we were willing to live with. A couple of their lasers missed some decent looks. I thought we did a pretty good job of closing out. Didn't do a great job of closing out off of Giannis's passes to start the second half. And your group, we actually responded twice. They make the run, we get back up 22, they cut it down again, and then Luka and AR, like they did all night, just led us, and like they've done all season. Those guys have done an amazing job of leading our basketball team.
You did have Luka and AR, but this kind of goes along with the same theme of at Portland the win, at Minnesota today, where you lose 2 starters, like day of, where you're undermanned and find a way to get it done, and kind of pulling back big picture with LeBron blooming in terms of his return. How have this portion of the season maybe served you in the long run, having different guys play and contribute as you look to build the full season?
It's a confidence boost for the group. I think for certain players who, when we're fully healthy, may not play a ton of minutes or may not even be part of the rotation. It gives them a reference point. I think Nick Smith knows that we believe in him as a player. We're calling ISOs for him against the Portland Trailblazers, who have great wing defenders. So I think it's great for the group. With the possibility of us getting healthy, that certainly makes you excited. But then, like I told you guys in training camp, we had 24 starting lineups last year. Like the soft tissue injuries, all this stuff is just part of the NBA. And whether we've had an illness run through the team this week while we're on the road. We've had a number of guys that have played through it, a number of guys that haven't.